Hello, folks. Um, Today, I'm not going to focus on currencies so much because I would like to focus much more on the indices. But real quick, okay, I understand that the euro dollar chart has become very choppy, as you can see. This is the weekly chart. This is a major trend line here since 2017. Um, I told you, of course, I have spoken about this several times, and this is the five elite waves, famous five elite waves, then followed by a correctional sideways movement. Um, I told you that my target is 100% projection between this orange line and that orange line here, which is coincidentally is going to be same point as the 61.8 retracement from the bullish trend of this obvious bullish trend here. Same 61.8 is up in the 1.08 or 1.09. What's new? What happened? The new thing this week is that the price barely is forming head and shoulders. We're still waiting for the last leg here. It's completely unconfirmed. So this is the left shoulder head and right shoulder. It's not completed yet, but once it breaks the red line, I'm going to take the leap and sell immediately. Okay, what else do I have? Also, as you know, I do the fundamental work before I start looking at the technicals. So this is the weekly chart for the EuroCAD, and fundamentals are doing great. As I told you before, this is a rising wedge, and the price has started to fall, but it didn't work impulsively. I can say that this is some kind of disruption for the pattern, not fulfilling for it. But anyway, on the good news is the price has crossed under the moving averages and retested them. I believe it's going to go lower. Um, that's what I can see here from the trend, breaking for the moving averages and retesting. I believe it's going to go lower. Kindly don't take this as a financial advice. Do your math before you decide. Um, and the same context, the Aussie Kiwi also fundamentally is great. Technically, nothing interesting here. I told you this is a 5 elite waves, and the Aussie Kiwi usually is falling behind the Euro dollar. I told you about that several times ago. I told you about this secret several times ago, several weeks ago. In addition, it has formed double top, crossed under it strongly, but it didn't fulfill the pattern, the target here. It disrupted it. It moved sideways. It's a disruption for the pattern. Um, so on the technical level here, I don't see any kind of a chance, except when the euro dollar starts to fall. This is going to to fall also. But the most important part is when we talk about the S&P, and the S&P is moving sideways since October, and not since even yeah since the beginning of October, and it's moving sideways. Okay, there's a trend line here. It has broken the trend line, retested it. I possibly it's going to be a chance for some kind of relaxation or release or bearishness. It need to, especially that this is the bigger picture. Let's look at the weekly chart. Okay, it's five Elliott waves with an expanding diagonal. I believe this is going to be, especially if this continue to be a double top here and broke under it. It's going to be a great chance for the price going lower under between the two moving averages. But honestly speaking, I can say that the situation is pretty dangerous. It's like walking on a rope in between two skyscrapers, something like that. It's very dangerous. um, because according to my analysis, it's in the fifth wave. So it's not a great point to start entering. However, looking to the VIX, it's at the bottom here, and this is weekly. In November, the price almost touching the 30 point, but it didn't. If it has crossed the 30, you would have seen a selling rally, but it didn't. So far, I don't believe that the price is going to go of S&P going to go higher. I believe it's going to be between sideways and bearishness, especially that we are at the final 2 week or final week or 2 weeks of the year. Let's have a look on the individual stocks. Microsoft. Yes, Microsoft, as I told you earlier, it's here double top. It crossed under, but it didn't move so fast. It's retesting the EMA here, and I don't see it as a bullish thing. Let's go to the daily. Same, the price is under the two moving averages. Retesting, technically, plain technically speaking, this is a bearish sign. Let's look at Nvidia. All right, same, also under the two moving averages, moving sideways. Nothing I'm using here. Apple, same has brought the price has broken the trend line here, and probably is going to retest it or something before it drops lower. It's now between the two moving averages. And same for all major indices like the DAX. It's also moving sideways. CAC it's moving sideways, except for the FTSE, which has FTSE, which has almost had recorded a new high here yesterday. And I didn't understand why did the FTSE do that, or why the FTSE is the only bullish index. So I went to ChatGPT and asked it what are the heaviest weight stocks on the FTSE. Give me the first three. Let's have a look at it. Starting with AstraZeneca. If you would like to search on a stock which is listed on a specific stock market, you have to start with the ticker of the stock market, which is LSE, London Stock Exchange. Then Astra. Here we go. Okay. Probably I have to look in the AstraZeneca news to understand what had happened. Okay, it's pretty clear that something irregular happened with the biggest, with the heaviest stock on the index. Let's have a look at the second one, HSBC. So SE, HSBC. Be careful because you will find HSBC in New York. I mean, you might find it in Hong Kong or in Japan. Nikkei Stock Exchange or something. So we are looking for HSBC in London Stock Exchange. Okay, same also. It has been. This is probably the highest level ever. Um, what's following? Shell. Um, okay. Shell is not doing so well because of the oil public sector in general is not doing well. Unilever. Well, It went very bullish, then it was followed by a sell rally. Yeah, it was all in the last day. Let's see which hour that occurred. Oh, that was just before the closure. Following Rolls Royce. Okay, let's go to the weekly. It's very interesting. You can see that the price has doubled 10 times or more since 2023. So assume you had $100,000. It's like a thousand percent a profit in this stock. Assume you have in the 2023 stock Rolls Royce stock for $100,000. Today you would have made 1 million plus just in 2 years. 100,000 has turned into into 1 million. So it's crazy. That stock went crazy and it deserves to be studied. Um, so I went to ask ChatGPT another question. What made bitch stocks sour so dramatically last days? I should have asked last day without S. Sen told me these are the news. London FTSE 100 climbs at miners. Defense outperform in data heavy week. HSB FTSE 100 closed near record high. Santa rallies. Okay, then it gave me some reasons. Bank of England cut rate expectations for more easing, but it's not the main reason. Yes, it's one of the reasons, but last day it was very heavy, especially if we went back to AstraZeneca. Uh, Let me go back to AstraZeneca. You see that how strong this was on Friday. It has nothing to do. The rates was like 2 or 3 days prior to that. It wasn't on that day specifically, and it didn't get influenced by the rate cut decision. Centrally, record and near record levels data that matters. Summary: monetary policy easing, strong performance in key sectors, positive global equity, improving sentiment among investors. It's okay, but it's not the real reason. I went to the economic calendar to check, and I found, beside the major news, I found the public sector net cash, public sector net borrowing. When I opened it, I found that in the last 2 months, uh, see here in November, the, the news was released by negative 100. What is the public sector net borrowing? Public sector net borrowing measures the difference between in value between spending and income for public corporations, the central government and the local governments during the previous months. A positive number indicates a budget deficit, while a negative number indicates a surplus. And if we have checked here, we'll find that in the last 2 months, the surplus was the highest since 1993, at least. So the surplus was the highest for the UK Treasury since 1993, or at least. I believe this was the real reason behind the strong bullish sentiment. But let's go back to the FTSE. We can see a bullishness here for 3 days. For instance, if you had a look at the 21st of November, the price was way bigger. It was negative. Okay, it's something wrong in the lighting here. It's negative. Should be negative 17, but it's if you looked here. Okay, So this is it. Negative 21. Sorry, and this is negative 11 for yesterday. Negative 21. If you went back to the FTSE, you will find. Let's have a look at 21st of November. Here we go. It was very bullish day because it was the best among many years. It was very bullish and continuous bullishness. It broke above the EMA, and but it stopped after maybe 10 days or something. Retraced a bit and continued higher after the news was good last day. But technically speaking, aside from the fundamentally, we'll see here that the bullishness is accompanied with a very strong high volume. Okay, but the volume is dropping and the price is going up. This is bearish sign. This is weakness sign. Okay, this is only open interest, but it's going. But the premiums are not working with the open interest in the same context. So something is going to happen. This is bearish for me. So for me, the next week, what I'm expecting that it's going to be either bearish candle or at least a neutral one. Okay. Um, don't take my words as a financial advice. Kindly either to get the advice from a financial advisor or do your math carefully. But what I'm sure about is that subscribing to this channel is going to uh, give you a lot. You are going to learn a lot. It's going to give you a lot of information, educational information. Subscribe because you are going to benefit so much. It's the best channel on the YouTube. Thank you very much.